The Berserkers talk of nature, but their magic relies on ELEX. And we know that ELEX twists the body and holds the soul. Knowledge and technology are gifts that offer us salvation. We can build our future with our own hands. This is me.
Let's do some business. Tell me about Baxter.
Why do you want to know? There's a...
Tell me more about the Duke.
Logan took the fort and he took charge. He's smart and strong enough to have risen to the top. And it runs in the family. That sister of his is smart too. And tough enough to get the men to follow her. That should tell you everything you need to know. A real leader. But, if you're an outsider, I have a job for a free agent. Are you up for earning yourself a reward?
Tell me the details and I'll decide.
It's got some risk attached to it. Can you handle that? Are you ready for a tricky task? Okay, so, details. The Duke has a weapons cache. I say cache, but I mean a stockpile. Arms trading is one of his businesses. That makes us competitors. Normally that's fine. There's room for us both. Only right now I've got a bulk deal going through. But only if I can get some grenades to complete the list of things he wants.
So what do you need me for?
I need at least 3 crates of grenades from the Duke's stockpile. I don't care how you get them. Just bring them here, and don't let the Duke's men trace you when you do. Do you think you can handle that?
About these grenades you want.
So, are you going to get them for me?
Yes, I'll get them.
Good decision. So, bring me 3 crates, and then you can pick out a reward. You got that?
Sure, I'll get them.
Keep out of the storage area, and we'll have no...
Listen, something occurred to me. My old friend Mason used to live on the coast before he joined Jackson's gang. He used his place as a bolt hole when he hit trouble. Maybe he's gone back there now.
Okay, let's go look for Mason.
Good idea. If he's there, he might not stay too long. Look at this place. Some days I think we should just all take a wife and settle down instead of chasing after stupid pieces of paper.
You know that would mean they would kill your wife as well.
Wow, you really don't do daydreams, do you? I mean, I'm not even married and you've killed my wife.
You know that dog you've always wanted?
What? Hey, what? No! Don't go killing my imaginary dog, too. Can we get on and find Mason? He should be hanging around somewhere on the beach, fishing or something. We just have to go down the path here and follow the coast.
I'll get you!
Mason's old hiding place is a wooden hut at the end of this path. Yeah, that's a ruin, all right. Not so bad here, is it?
Hey, you.
What do you want?
I'm looking for a guy who was supposedly seen in the area recently. His name is Ray. Whiny little shitbag. Reckons he's an outlaw. Do you know him? Hey, wait a moment. Ray? Is that you? You sneaky bastard. Man, Ray, you are deep in the shit. Do you know that?
I am glad to see you too, Mason.
And who's this? Are you Ray's new watchdog or something?
Woof.
Oh, funny. Quick question. Do you know how much his ass is worth? That amount of shards isn't funny. So you and me might have a problem.
You are going to tell me how you know Ray.
We used to be friends. We used to hang out in the same gang together, but you know what that counts for? Nothing.
Why is he worth so much?
You don't know there's a contract out on him? I thought they were everywhere. I thought that was why you were looking for him.
Do you have one of those contracts with you?
And if I do?
I'll buy that contract off you and you can forget about Ray.
Well, forgetfulness can be expensive. It can easily cost, say, 200 shards.
Deal. Give me the contract.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Now, stop looking for Ray.
Who?
I see we have an understanding.
Sorry. I have no idea what you're talking about.
The contract taken out on Ray. 5 sheets from a set of 10. It looked... Mason had a copy of the contract on him. It seems all your old gang are after you.
Why would anyone think I was this important?
That's all the copies of the contract.
You saved my neck. I mean, from some guy I met to the person who saved my life. How about that?
A guy you found and left for dead after looting his corpse.
Yeah, funny old world, isn't it? But what comes around? You earned me shards, so here, your turn.
Where did you get those from?
You know, ELEX turns up when you need it. No need to get stressed. And thanks again, friend. Yeah, I mean that. Friend.
Is everything okay with us?
Hey, you're alive, I'm alive. That's gotta be good, right? Yeah, good job.
I have the crates of grenades you want.
Excellent. Give them to me. What do you want as your reward? Do you want a share of these grenades? Or is it ELEX you want? And now this deal is going through, I can afford to give you a discount on trade. So, what will it be?
Just pay me.
Okay. Here, take these shards. Pleasure doing business with you.
Let's do some business.
Well, that was a serious waste of time, wasn't it?
I think I've paid my tab. Chloe gets pissed if you don't. I'll just let you go first, okay?
William sent me.
What do you want? You're not here to collect the Duke's tribute, are you?
Good guess. That's exactly what I'm here for.
It was no guess. It's years of practice. Let's see if you can do the same. Guess what I'm thinking. Is it A, no chance, B, not a chance in hell, or C, there's really not a chance in hell? Damn it. If you're really set on collecting something, then go and see Rat. He owes me, so you can get my payments from him.
Give me the shards, or I will take them.
All a fight is gonna get you is enemies. It's not just that I don't want to pay, it's that I don't have a shard to pay you. I have nothing at all right now. Here, I've got enough of this I can give you. But if you want to ELEX it, go to Rat. He has a huge tab open here. You can collect it, and then everyone will be happy, okay?
Teach me something.
All right.
Bye.
I don't want anything to do with it. I just can't believe that.
Why attack these berserkers?
Those bastards are trying to take what's ours. This is the Duke's land. Fuck their trees. We own this desert. And we're keeping it.
But what about the elves?
Them too. No one has taken what we own. No one's taken our freedom. Believe me, the Duke already has plans in the works to get rid of their converter.
Give me what I'm owed.
Owed? For what?
The shards, for helping take care of the berserkers.
The berserkers?
Yes.
Well, I warned you. William was pissed and didn't pay, so... No shards for me, no shards for you.
You expect me to believe that?
That's the truth. What did you want me to do? Pick a fight with the Duke's chosen man?
You said you were the man, so pay up.
I might be the man, but I can't pull shards out of my ass. I didn't get paid, so you don't. That is life.
Pay the shards, or I will take the shards.
Why would I mess with you? I really don't have a single shard. You can pick me up, turn me upside down, and shake me if you like. But I have a lot of friends here in the fort, so if you go for my throat, you might find yourself with a lot of new enemies. So, do yourself a favor and piss off.
Getting drunk. That's where he'll be.
What about your comrades?
We'll leave them for the desert to clean up. Between the sand and the wildlife, Tavar has a short memory. Take whatever you want from their bodies.
Just go and sleep on it.
Bye.
Oh, I hope this is important.
Chloe says you owe her Alexit.
And she sent you to collect them?
Yes.
Well, my friend, I have some good and some bad news. Which do you want first?
The bad news.
Ah, you are someone who takes what life throws at them, then hopes for a rainbow round the corner. Aren't you, my friend? Let me guess. When you eat, you always save your favorite until last. Am I right? Okay then, the bad news. I don't have any shards. Except for what you gave me, and those shards aren't enough to cover Chloe's tab.
So, what's the good news?
The good news is that I do know where you can get the shards. You see, the rat has a plan. The plan, on the other hand, is part of the bad news, my friend.
Just tell me your plan.
So this is how I see it. Chloe runs the entertainment district, so there's no way she's not pulling in a lot of Lexit, right? So her being broke doesn't make sense. Unless someone's got hooks into her. So I did some digging, and it seems she's run up a real debt with the Duke. Now, the Duke doesn't normally do debts. He's more the, you owe me, pay now or die kind of guy. But it seems he's cutting her some slack. As long as the debt's kept quiet. You with me so far?
How does this help us?
Okay. So this is just the background. You see, I did some more digging, and the thing is, Chloe isn't broke. She might not have Alexit, but she's got her a stash, a treasure trove of gems and jewelry, stuff she keeps as an emergency fund.
So, she's not broke?
Well, strictly speaking, she absolutely is. I'm not suggesting she's lying, at least not a straight lie. She doesn't have a shard to her name. It's just she does have a different sort of wealth. I know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who will pay a handsome sum for the treasure trove Chloe's hidden in her cellar. So you see, as luck would have it for you, me, and her, the rat has already started working on a plan to untangle this whole mess. You see, I have the key to her hidden stash. So, we just need to get in, get the stash, get out, sell everything, and suddenly... Simple, huh?
Give me the key.
Good to see. Here. But, be careful you don't... We will pay her debts with her... And at the same time, I will be...
Can you go over the plan again?
I keep... You... The stuff... You get... Are you...
Sure.
Then let's get going. I'll distract Chloe so you get a straight, clear run to the cellar, right? Me turning up, well, we have a chemistry, me and her. I only have to walk into her room and she's instantly pissed at me. But that does mean you won't have long before her being mildly annoyed moves to me being thrown out. So be stealthy and be quick. If you miss that opportunity, well, then you'll have to figure out how to do this yourself, okay?
Why not? Bye.
Later, all right?
There he is. That guy's trying to steal your stuff.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? You think you can steal from me? Give that here. And you can get out too, rat. What the fuck do
Sneaking
you think you're doing
around
down
while
here?
other people are watching you is pretty pointless.
This was Rat's idea.
Right. It was Rat's idea. Then he what? Decided to accuse you at the point you were about to get away with it? Don't bullshit me. You're brave enough to steal. Are you brave enough to fight?
I don't want to kill you.
You want to know the truth? I don't want to die either. But I can't let you go unpunished. So here we are then. You're barred. You won't get a drink in this bar starting now. So, how about you get the hell out of here and don't come back?
Hey, that was great.
Go and bother someone else, all right?
I would have approached the situation differently.
Hey, you are wanted here, criminal. Report to William immediately if you don't want any more trouble.
It can't continue like this, right?
Bob might appear a bit funny, but do us both a favor and don't laugh at him to his face.
I don't know, do I?
I don't want anything to do with criminals.
want? What do you want, Rat?
Hey, why so What did I do to deserve that welcome?
I don't know, maybe it's the several thousand shards you owe me. Or, wait, hold on, maybe it was the things you stole from me. Or no, now I remember it. It was the fight you started here. Wait, no, it's all of that. You're banned from here, Rat. Why can't you get that through your head?
But Chloe...
But nothing. Get out of here before I have you thrown out in pieces. You've got a count of 1. 1.
Why have the outlaws stayed here in this desert?
You think we're the only ones trying to take things? Elves, clerics, berserkers, they all take what they want. What is there to steal in Tavar? Sand and ruins and wreckage. So, here we get to be free.
Look after yourself.
You don't look like you...
I'm not... but... a friend...
What good...
All right.
How come? That slop Chloe serves at her place? Tight.
don't know, do I?
What goods have you got?
But of course.
Always when I'm sleeping. What goods have
Will
you
you
got?
just leave?
Yeah, sure.
Now, get out of here. You asked for it.
Don't do that again.
Yeah, all right, forget it.
Why do people call you Mad Bob?
Who called me that? Who the fuck called me that?
You haven't heard that name before?
Just tell me who the fuck used that name. Was it William? Was it Chloe? Tell me, was it the Duke? No, it wouldn't be the Duke. So which of the other two was it?
Just answer my question.
Forget that name. No. Tell me who told you that name, then you'd better fucking forget it.
It's forgotten.
It better be. It fucking better be. Good, right. Right decision by you. Just so we understand each other, I'll say this one last time. Don't ever use that name again.
Where do you get this scrap?
From the ruins of the old world, out in the desert. It's out there, waiting to be found. Treasure amongst the sands. You just need the people to get it.
And people? Well?
They are the easiest and cheapest things to come by.
And then you take the profits.
Trickle-down economy, isn't it? I get the shards when they get the scrap. And if they don't get the scrap, their blood trickles down into the desert. It's the shards I get for their scrap that keeps them alive. Whatever anyone says, my scrap is the savior of this shithouse. You can work for me. I've got the shards. You just have to do me a few favors to get them.
About these favors you want. Where do you want me to start?
Well, first I want some answers. I sent some scrap collectors out to scavenge a set of ruins on an island to the south. Everything I heard about those ruins screamed profit. And yet, so far, no scrap deliveries. So, I want you to go and find out what's happening, and make damn sure my scrap arrives soon.
Teach me something.
It will be done.
Bob might appear a bit funny, but do us both a favor and don't laugh at him to his face.
You're not a reaver. You don't look like a reaver. Normally, the ruins only attract reavers.
The scrap baron wants that scrap delivered.
I know, but I can't send it to him. I can't. I don't have a choice.
You think the scrap baron will be interested in your excuses?
No, I know he won't. I know he'll want me dead, but I told you, all scrap has to go to the new boss. I told you, I don't have a choice.
And who is the new boss?
Vol, he's he's the lord of the island. He's on the island. That's all I can say. I can't tell you anymore. But it's best if you stay away from that island, unless you want your head scrambled.
You're hiding something from me.
Well, I'm not hiding anything. I just can't say.
What can't you say?
Anything. There's something in my mind. He gets what he wants.
So asking that isn't going to get me anywhere.
Yeah, walkways in the city. Both good ways to get me to hurl my lunch.
These outlaws are assholes, but somehow they find a way to stay alive out here.
May Kalan bless you. Now tell me, are you a son of Tavar? Did you swear allegiance to the Duke and his outlaws?
I'm a cleric like you.
Then Kalan bring you peace. You're free to rest and relax here.
What is your job here?
Weren't you sent here from the Hort?
No.
No? Well, Kalan works in mysterious ways. He brought you here, brother. We need a lot of raw materials to feed our smelting furnaces in Ignadan. Material that is essential for our fighting machines. And we can get those resources right here.
Why here of all places? It's a long way from Ignadan.
Here, we achieve two things at once. We acquire the resources we need, and we also deny them to the enemy. The Duke relies on profits to keep power. We cut off his profits, and there's a chance his men will overthrow him.
You should be more worried about the outlaws attacking you.
We have persuaded those who found us to keep our presence a secret. These weak-minded outlaws cannot stand against Kalan's will. They'll take any order I suggest to them. You have to keep your orders simple, but if you do, even an outlaw can understand what they must do.
How long will they obey you for?
As long as I want it. In their eyes, I am their new god.
Wait, you used suggestion on the outlaws? Did they resist it?
My rate of success was high, but suggestion isn't without problems.
What problems?
One outlaw resisted. He wasn't as dumb as he looked. I thought I got through to him, but I was wrong. He ran when he got the chance.
What if he turns up with reinforcements?
No, I don't see that happening. If he'd told the other outlaws, they would be here already. And despite his resistance, our ex-prisoner is a coward. He's hiding out there somewhere. I want him, and I want my property back.
Your property?
Yes. When he got away, he stole my weapon. Just make sure I get my weapon back, and I guarantee him his life.
I can help you get your weapon back.
Thank you. It is a scar on my honor to leave it in the hands of an outlaw. Bring it back to me.
You're not worried about the Duke finding out where you are?
We've been careful.
Maybe you haven't been careful enough.
What do you mean?
The Scrap Baron has noticed that his deliveries have stopped.
Damn. I feared stopping them completely was pushing our luck. Kalan is right. Greed will be our undoing.
So, what's your plan?
I will have to rethink our strategy. An open fight could mean losses in men and material. So, I think finding a way to throw off his suspicions would be our best course.
It's too late for that. You've made your mistake. You should leave.
I got things wrong, so now I'll fix them. The mission must be successful. And I have the authority to kill anyone who endangers this mission. Anyone. So, don't put either of us in a position we don't want to be in. I will make sure the outlaws get their deliveries from time to time. Just enough so that suspicion is decreased. You need to sell that lie. Make it sound like everything is getting back to normal. Can I count on your assistance?
You can count on me.
Good, but be careful. If you're caught, the outlaws don't tend to be subtle when they're angry.
So, that creature's down to me, is it? So, that creature's down to me, is it?
won't get away with that.
Oh, fuck. I suppose I'll have to deal with Jesus, the comet hardly left anything standing.
Is everything okay with that? back to Origin.
Yeah, sure.
got a nice catch here. Nice, nice.
Cook?
I'll get you.
Just give me a minute to calm down, will you? Calming. Calming. Whew. Shit. A moment longer and those cannibals would have had me over the fire. There's enough creatures out here trying to eat me without people trying it as well. Shit. That's not something I want to go through again. Hell. You've not got anything to drink, have you? Something to help a man get his head screwed back on?
Here. This should help.
Ah, that's good. There's something about a near-death experience that makes everything taste golden. You saved me. I mean, you saved my life. And I've learned a lot about Magalan's history. But cannibals? I haven't heard of anything like that since the dark days after the comet hit. Most of what we live on in Tavar is from the past. So history is profitable. Interesting, too. You should learn it.
Tell me about Magalan's past.
Gladly. What would you like to know?
Tell me about Tavar.
Well, it might not seem like there's a lot of history here, but this place hasn't always been desert. When the comet hit, it turned this place into the wasteland you see. But not everything was destroyed. Some building complexes, like the fort, survived. Others were buried. When the sand shifts, other buildings appear. And then all the things that were left in them are there for the taking. Not that everything that's buried is good. Logan, the Duke as he's known today, they're sitting on a powder keg. Back before the comet hit, they stored weapons there. Serious, end-of-the-world weapons. And they're still there, somewhere, along with a whole stack of the usual kind.
What kind of weapons?
I know the history, not the science. I'm no cleric. But these things were supposed to destroy cities. They were supposed to destroy countries.
How could they do that?
I don't know. Big explosions. Big explosions. And the fort is sitting on top of them. That's why I want shards. I want to be a long way from here if those things ever go off.
Tell me about the factions.
Well, they're recent history. I mean, they only came about after the comet hit. Before that, there were countries and governments. Millions of people organized into groups. Nothing like now. But the comet destroyed all that. There aren't really records from after the comet hit. No one was writing things down. They were just trying to survive. No leaders.
All the things they relied on to survive had gone. But it didn't take long for people to form groups to get resources. And it didn't take long for those people to start fighting. All factions think they've got ways to save us. They're all just ways people are trying to survive.
So, there are a lot of gaps in your knowledge of history?
Well, some. There were more records kept during the territory wars. That was once the factions had formed and started fighting each other. I guess as soon as you're a group, you want to start keeping a history of who you are. History becomes more important. Anyway, instead of fighting over 1 or 2 tins, the factions started fighting over land. ELEX. Resources. Any small factions that were left got absorbed or destroyed. I mean, these people were survivors, so you'd think that's what they'd want. To survive. Instead, there were yet more deaths. There aren't numbers, but I'd guess at least half of those still alive were killed. But that's just a guess. Finally, the people in charge realized the cost was too high, so they formed a council, the Great Council of Magellan, and made a non-aggression treaty.
A non-aggression treaty? That doesn't seem to have worked.
Well, peace is always fragile. The Berserkers and Clerics have totally different ideas about ELEX and technology, for a start. But, after all the deaths, the factions knew they risked their own destruction if they fought anymore. So, the peace lasted, more or less. There are always some hotheads, some isolated clashes over resources. But the leaders brought their people back into line. All the factions rebuilt their lands, worked on their own rules.
So, what went wrong?
The Alps. They were just a small splinter group. They went up into Zakor, into the ice, and no groups were interested in that land. They built their strength, and then they invaded. The factions were taken completely by surprise. The Alps captured people, land, built their converters before the factions could respond. What happened to the prisoners, the dead? History doesn't speak of that.
I've heard enough.
At least you did listen. That's not always the case today.
What do you know about the Berserkers?
They were a group living up in the woods, trying to grow their own food, and they evolved from there. Everyone else was fighting for what was left, but they decided to make something new. It was some guy called Amric that started them. The new guy they have there, Thorold, the Pilgrim, sees himself as some sort of spiritual successor to Amric. He has changed things there. They're pushing out into the world more than they did. The Berserkers used to stay in Edan mostly. They'd fight to protect their borders, make assaults outside them, and then pull back. Now they're holding ground. It seems the Pilgrim wants to purify all of Edan. They're gonna use their world hearts to change the world. They want to use their magic to turn the clock back and make Magellan what it was. Well, they'll change it. But whether Magellan was ever like they say, that's just a fantasy.
How much do you know about the clerics?
Secretive lot. They probably know more about history than the others, but they keep it to themselves. But this god they believe in, Kalan, I haven't seen anything anywhere about this god in records from before the comet hit. Why they've created a god and worship technology? Well, I can't understand it. Everything else they do is about knowledge and fact and observation. So why invent a lot of hocus-pocus to go with it?
Why did the clerics have so few men?
The wars. They put their faith in their fighting machines. But either their prayers weren't answered or they had a technological hitch. They went into battle with the Berserkers and their machines shut down. They were defeated. Heavy losses. Those left retreated into Ignadon. Anyone that didn't make it back was cut down by one faction or another. The clerics' numbers never recovered. I guess they must have fixed whatever the problem was with their fighting machines. It's never happened again.
What are you doing out here?
The light beacon. I've always been fascinated by them. They used to be a cry for help, or a way to give help, direction, guidance. I've seen leaders come and go in the fort, and there's only one constant. You have to rely on yourself. So, I look for ruins, visit the beacons, and I find things to earn shards, so I don't need anyone else.
Brave for someone at your age.
My age? Ha! Age is bullshit. Wrinkled or smooth-skinned, life throws the same shit at you. I know these lands better than to come alone. I was traveling with a pair of scrap collectors. They needed a lead. I needed some help. On our way there, we got ambushed by a group of clerics. I didn't want a chance to fight with them. They were much better armed. So I got out of there.
What happened to the scrap collectors?
They didn't make the same choice. That's the problem with some people of their age. They think every fight is winnable. They think running away is the wrong thing to do. Yet, here I am at my age. I just wish I'd had their legs for running. The clerics caught up with me and took me prisoner. I'm here, aren't I? I waited until it was dark and I got out. I guess they thought I was too old to guard. And I got away with their leader's weapon. I think that must have made them angry. Now those clerics are out hunting for me. You can hear their horns. That's why I thought I'd head for the beacon. Get some scrap, and get myself back to Tavar. Shards would mean safety. But you know what happened next? Damn Reavers. Life sure is cheap out here.
Give me the cleric's weapon.
Why should I give it to you?
We help each other out, right?
Well, you had a beer from me. So yeah, all right. You can have it.
Is there something you need?
No, I'm okay. Don't waste your time on my old bones. The only thing I'm interested in is stories. And I don't think you are the storytelling type.
What do you know about the Alps?
Hardly anyone knows anything about them. I mean, other than about their attacks.
Maybe I could tell you a story about them.
Now I am curious. Do you know why they use ELEX?
It makes them stronger, of course. Greater strength, lower levels of fatigue, reduced pain. It turns men into fighting machines, and not just physically. ELEX keeps them clear thinking. It removes the emotions that could get in the way of orders.
So it means no one can argue with orders?
It reduces the chances. That's one of the reasons Alps are so successful. They operate together without question.
Not all of them. Some operate alone.
Then you've heard of the Elexitors? They rule in Zakor. They still consume ELEX, but they are given a command role.
You mean like Wardek and Kallax? Or Jax? Have you heard of them?
Yes, they are names to be feared. Though I had heard that Jax had disappeared.
So the rumors say. What else do you know about the Alps?
That they have as good as or better knowledge of technology than the clerics. That's because you and them have something in common.
Me? What have I got in common with Alps?
An interest in history. The Elexitors, well, I don't know for sure, but they have found some fragments of old world information. They're using that knowledge.
They're interested in the old world?
No, not at all. They just want the technology. Interest is emotional. The past is something that's gone. They want the future.
Interesting. Not many people seem to think about what the Alps want.
That's all I know.
That was very informative. Thank you.
How long are you going to stay here?
I think I will get comfortable here. Maybe I'll even get this light tower working. A man needs something to do in life.
got your weapon back.
Then I am grateful, and Kalan will hear your words. You helped a brother and a comrade. I never doubted your integrity. This is for you. Be safe out there.
About these favors you want. Your scrap will be delivered soon.
You better be right.
It's coming.
Right. You got it done. Anything else to tell me?
Nothing else.
Right. Good. Here. This is your share for helping me out.
About these favors you want. Any other opportunities for profits?
That's single-minded. Okay, just don't fuck this up. Get this done right. The instructions are simple. Think you can follow them?
Just tell me what you want doing.
I need a debt paying. It doesn't matter what else you do here in the fort. You have got to pay your debts. Otherwise, you're no one. So I need you to sort out what I owe.
Who do you owe?
Ace. He always gets lucky in cards. Maybe too lucky. I lost big to him the other day, and I've got to clear that debt. But I don't feel like seeing him. I might forget he was lucky and get angry with a fast-dealing bastard.
Did he cheat?
Maybe. Maybe not. But I lost, and people saw it. My name counts where it has to, and that means paying your debts. This IOU is worth 1,000 shards, and I'll add a little bonus to go with it. Just as a big, warm thank you to Ace.
I'll take care of your debt with Ace.
Take the shards. Do the job. Don't fuck up. Here. And of course, don't forget my little present for Ace. Put them in Ace's place, near the marketplace. Put them on the table, or somewhere obvious.
You aren't thinking clearly.
That is pretty suspicious.
The Scrap Baron wants to settle his gambling debts.
And they said not to play him. Now here comes the payday of them all. Opportunity, opportunity. You've got to take your chance. I hope you get your chance too, my friend. When you do, take it.
A casket?
Where is it?
I left it in your shack.
Mine and my brother's shack. We share everything. When he gets back, we're going to split these earnings. We'll both get a new start. Man, and to think they told me not to play the Baron. They'll eat those words now.
You try and travel at night, you'll be
He always
dead
thought
by
he could
morning.
talk his way around it.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Do you have a second?
Do we know each other?
No, and that's exactly why I want to talk to you. I need someone with independent interests. You're not involved with any of the mob here, are you? So I'm thinking that you might be the right person.
The right person for what?
Well, I've got to tell you, I think my days of being stuck in this rat hole might soon be over. I mean, why would anyone want to be here if it wasn't for profit? So, let me ask you, are you interested in earning a few shards?
Sounds like a con.
You think? And does that mean you wouldn't be interested in a few thousand shards?
There's no way you have that much illicit.
Don't be so hasty there. You listen to me, and I'll tell you how close those shards are to being in your reach. I know, it sounds too good to be true, but listen, and then you can decide, yeah? Right, yeah, of course. The thing is, I recently returned from an expedition out into the wastelands. I was looking around in a few ruins for the usual kind of stuff, you know, just the usual. And I came across some knowledge from the old world. And this knowledge, it is so dangerous, it can turn entire regions to desert, or provide them with all the energy they could ever dream of. For real.
How does this earn me thousands of shards?
Are you kidding? Imagine what people would pay for this power.
What was it you wanted to talk to me about?
You're gonna want a part of it. And that's good, because I need help with this thing. As you've probably figured out, I've got a lead, but I've not got the thing I need. We need. I mean, I had it. I had it right in my hand. But then this asshole partner of mine took it. Stuck a gun in my face and took it. Idiot didn't even know what he had in his hand.
So, we find him. We find this thing. Is that it?
Oh, you don't need to worry about him. I followed his tracks. One well-aimed shot at the back of his head and... problem taken care of. Only the shot startled some creatures. Damn things popped up out of nowhere and went straight for the body. There was no way I could get to it.
So why didn't you kill them?
I was out of ammo. That was my last shot. But you got everything you need to get in there and loot the body. You bring back what you find on him, and I'll get you enough elixir so you're set for life.
How much elixir are we talking about?
Thousands. Maybe tens of thousands of shards. No joke. I have the connections to make this happen.
Why are you trusting me with this?
Is there a reason I shouldn't? Are you the sort that would run off with the loot?
Well, I still wouldn't be worse off, would I? I would have what I want, and you, well...
Without my connections, you'd have jack shit. Because I only know of one buyer who can make this work, and he, or she, is only gonna trade with me. So, you'd be stuck with something you couldn't sell. You see, this story only has something for both of us if we trust one another.
Do you often shoot people in the back of the head?
You think I enjoy doing that? Especially as we've done a few jobs together. But he killed himself when he stole from me. I mean, what did he expect? That I'd just let him steal from me? That I'd roll over and take this?
I'll get this thing for you.
Of course. Now we're partners. There is a large cliff north of the fort that forms the natural border to Abessa. You should find his remains there, near a few nests. But be careful. Those creatures are still gonna be up there.
About these favors you want. I've completed that delivery for you.
Just in time. I just heard his brother is back. I hope he enjoys the surprise you left him.
What is it that I left him?
Oh, if I told you, that would ruin the surprise.
You're making it sound suspicious.
I am.
What was that?
That was the surprise. I bet Spade just jumped for joy.
There was a bomb in that casket?
You did good work. You're in danger of making me trust you.
Pay me.
I always pay. Take this. And I don't forget favors, either. You're free to use Ace and Spade's shacks as your own. Move in whenever you want.
Yes, show me. Yeah. I think this might be what my buyer is interested in. But you must be waiting on the Elexit.
You got that right.
You're gonna have to wait for most of it. But my contact was generous enough to leave a down payment. I'll go and get you some of that now.
You don't have the shards on you?
You think I'd carry a sum like that around? What, you think I'm suicidal? But don't worry, you can trust me. You can wait here or meet me at my place.
Why did you attack Bill?
Because. And oh yeah, regards from the Scrap Baron.
What are you saying?
Listen, man, I'm sorry that I disturbed your little operation, but when the Scrap Baron tells me to kill a guy, then I kill the guy.
Give me just one reason why I shouldn't kill you.
Listen, asshole. I already said it wasn't my idea. If you have a problem, go to the Scrap Baron. I'm done here.
What's the situation with Bill?
Are you asking about the price? Or did Bill survive long enough to give you my greeting card? First, we deal with business. I asked you to tell me who called me Mad Bob. Your answer wasn't satisfactory. Keeping secrets pisses me off. Are we clear? There's something else. You didn't tell me the truth about the scrap delivery.
What do you mean?
This is what I mean. But I'm prepared to call this over. People can't say I'm not fair with my friends. And you don't want us to fall out, do you?
You might be right there.
Teach me something.
All right.
See you later.
I'm leaving now.
That's it. I'm going.
Where did you get that armor?
Later, alright?
You have been told.
I want to trade.
Right you are. I'll show you what you can buy at your rank. Get out of here. That's it. Get out of here.
Thanks.
I'm certain of it.
You aren't the first to tell me that.
You have been told.
Can you train me?
I can try.
She took that secret to the grave. Damn it.
All you'll find in Zakor is death and misery.
There's so much to fix around here. Fucking heaven in a junkyard.
Yeah, the leaders there are such fanatics.
have something to drink first.
Just forget it.
I need the shards. It's as simple as that.
Here comes the pride of Zakor. High on ELEX and ready to be taken down.
Let's take a look at the ELEX deposit in Igniton.
Good. Good, thank you. The crater. This is where the comet struck, where ELEX first appeared on Magellan. The impact sent it high into the atmosphere and spread it across the world.
And today, the factions are gathering it back up.
Well, there's still enough here for us to examine. We should begin. You did well. We know where we have to go. I'll follow you this time. It's somewhere up ahead of us. We're close now. It's here. Give me space, and I'll see what I can find. Please don't disturb me. I need to focus. It's easy to get lost in it.
What happened?
I think... It's all right. It's all right. I'm back. I'm with you.
Were you able to feel anything this time?
Yes. The ELEX is... It is more than just energy. It has purpose.
What are you talking about?
The ELEX was meant to change us. Meant to change our planet. It didn't come here by accident.
ELEX came here on the comet.
I know, but I can feel it. It has purpose. It almost has reason.
You think it's alive?
I know. It sounds crazy, doesn't it? I'm still trying to understand it myself, but I'm sure that ELEX was sent here to change things.
Sent here by who?
I don't know. I can only tell you what I sensed from the ELEX. But whatever ELEX's purpose is, it isn't over. The power it must have taken to make this. And now we all depend on it for magic, for technology, for power? The whole planet is dependent on it.
The Alps think ELEX is the key to the next step in evolution.
I know. I always assumed it was about magic, or just an excuse for their belief that they were superior. But I think the ELEX wants to change us. The question is, why?
Can you figure this out?
No, not yet anyway. Maybe with more study I can learn more.
But whatever purpose it has, the free people will be less able to resist it while they are divided into all these factions.
We should go on. I won't learn any more here.
Sounds like you've learned a lot. Question is, what does any of it mean? About the side effects of ELEX.
Yeah?
Here, I have some mana for you.
Thank you. I've never met anyone like you before.
Is that a good thing?
You don't lie or exaggerate. You just do. You can always be relied on.
What, you mean I'm predictable? I should eliminate that. It will only assist my enemies.
I'm not talking about our enemies. I'm talking about us.
Oh, then I find you predictable as well.
You mean you know me? That must feel strange. You were connected to the other Albs, then forced to be alone. Unconnected. I'm worried that might be why we get on so well, that you're just looking for something to replace that connection. But it feels like it's more than that. That you could have real emotions. Is that true? Please, tell me.
Yes, it's true.
Well, good. Then...
Do you think you could find out more from the ELEX?
Not right now. Getting close to it, inside what it is projecting, it would be easy to get swept away. I've learned more than I imagined I would. I almost wish I hadn't. Knowing what I know now, it makes me feel powerless.
How are you?
I'm doing all right, thank you.
With all your magic?
Don't you see? Whatever ELEX is, something must have created it. Whatever my powers are, they aren't close to that. Whatever powers I have, that you have, we owe to ELEX. ELEX created us. And I don't know if it is serving us, or we are serving it. How can you not be afraid of that? That was great.
You don't have to face it alone. Whatever this is, we can fight it. Together.
I can't decide that now. Thank you for your help. I know now that what I felt, what I have been feeling, was real. I just need some time to think what that means for us all. But whatever comes next, I know I couldn't have got here without you.
You should go back to Origin.
All right.
The cold is going to be my death. I can't go on, and I can't go back. If you find this Bremer, 7392, okay? 7392. Forgive me, Kalan, for I have failed you. The infinite skies await me.
So, you decided to stick around. Well, I've been given a job by a warlord Ragnar that I think might suit you, if you want to stay around for longer.
Tell me about the job.
Well, the task I have on offer should profit you, and though it's not the best way to sell our community to you, it should demonstrate that we're open about things here. You see, there was a murder committed just outside Goliad a few months ago. A rather dedicated berserker named Ascor was killed. There's been an investigation, but no definitive answers as to why he was killed. So, Ragnar wants me to follow up and find the murderer.
And what can I do?
Well, I'm having trouble getting answers from people. Maybe an outsider will have more success getting them to open up. Would you talk to the suspects and see what they have to say?
Here, I found these.
ELEX technology. It's forbidden to berserkers. Officially, you're supposed to hand it in when you arrive in Goliad. But that'll be your choice. Just don't go flashing those weapons around when we get back, okay? Some berserkers are really strict about the laws. Others... You see, we leave the albs and clerics to rely on machines. In Edan, we use magic.
Do you think we make a good team, Duras?
We're a team. I'm ready if you are.
Stop messing around with that thing.
What goods have you...
What are you doing here? Hey, what are you doing?
Who's that out there? Come on. I heard you.
What are you doing here?
Who's that out there? Come on. I heard you.
So, you have broken our laws. Our laws are clear. Any ELEX technology should be given to the pit and stay there. You have broken this law.
Who are you to judge me?
I am Angrim, keeper of our law, and warlord of the Ison clan. And you, stranger, are a guest in our city. Do you have anything to say in your defense?
I didn't know that ELEX was forbidden.
Ignorance of the law is no excuse. You have broken our laws. But, on this occasion, I will give you a chance to redeem yourself. Find a berserker called Rogar in the Valley of the Damned, and penance will be paid. But if you intend to spend time here in Goliath, learn our laws. I won't be so forgiving next time. That is my judgment. Justice will...
I'd like to trade.
Pick your armor.